What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to another wheelspin drift build. It's been a crazy week. Huge amount of support, huge amount of subscribers, likes, comments, views. Everything is crazy on the channel for this week, and I really want to thank everybody for being a part of it, especially the previous wheelspin drift build video that I've made. Of course, that one was pretty crazy. It's got like well over 100,000 views already. It hasn't been out for a week. It's pretty nuts. So I want to thank you guys very much for enjoying that video. So if you're new and you enjoyed the content, please subscribe as usual. It really helps me out a lot. But I am at nighttime, and I know I am. And I'm sorry, but I can't really control the time of this game, even though I want to. Wheelspin drift build. I spin the wheel spins. Whatever car I get, I have to use, and pretty much whatever money I get from the wheel spins is also the budget for these builds. So now let's start off with the super wheel spins. See what I get. Hopefully it's a car that I haven't gotten before, and yeah, let's just see. No money, or sorry, no cars, only money here. Someone said to me that I should try and like just use the money to buy a car, but if I get like 5 grand or whatever, it's not gonna happen, you know? Like, there's no point. A Raptor. A 2011 Raptor with 15 grand. A 2011 Raptor with 15 grand. Is this really what I have to do? Is it really what I have to do? Interesting. Interesting setup. I've definitely I haven't built one of these before. That's 100%. Sorry, an SVT Raptor to be more precise. I mean, it's got 411 horsepower. It does weigh a lot, but obviously we're gonna have to get to that. So this and 15 grand, eh? Okay. It's a challenge. It's a good challenge. Let's try. Let's try and see what I can do with this Raptor. I love the Raptor, first of all. It's very cool, the F-150 Raptors. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna work out for us, boys. I'm gonna drive this thing stock as usual, take it downhill, see what it does, what sort of points and everything. And obviously after I modify it, we'll see afterwards. It's not good. It is not good at all. For a 411 horsepower truck, why does it feel so slow? It feels incredibly slow. Again, it does have massive tires. It's not really supposed to do this. But even downhill, it just feels so sluggish. The diff, the transmission, the tires definitely won't let me slide this thing the way I want to. So obviously a lot of that needs to get changed before our next run. But 15 grand is not a lot of money for us to mess around with. So we'll see. That car is upside down. I hope you guys saw that. I'm just flying through the sky. That was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. It completely took my attention. I'm still trying my best to get this thing to go sideways. Obviously I need to go faster, because like that's why I'm not getting any points here. I can't keep my speed throughout all these corners because I don't have it. You know, I don't have speed. It's slow. It doesn't accelerate quickly either. It's just not built for this. It's not what this car is. Sorry, this truck. It's not what this truck is built for at all. And I think we need to change that. 129,000 points is a disgrace. It's a disgrace to my family. Let's change this thing. 15 grand again. Not a lot of money to mess around with this thing. Let's just have a look and see what we can actually do to this thing. Here's all the engine swaps that I can't afford or can't do anything. It's NA. We can twin turbo this, which is kind of good for 1,800. You know, it gives me an extra 80 horsepower, which I am gonna do because it's, you know, it's just a little bit of money. Weight reduction. Weight reduction is going to be a massive, massive thing for this. It brings me down to 2 tons. Just almost 2.1 tons. As for my suspension, unlock springs and dampers, put the Riley suspension on it pretty much. I kind of want to do this because I really want to mess around with my camber and fitment and all that sort of stuff. It needs to happen. It definitely needs to happen because, like I said, this thing is just a no-go when it comes to that. I definitely want to mess around with my diff. So this... Ooh, maybe I shouldn't do that, actually. I'm going to do... No, that's good, actually. Because this is all-wheel drive. I don't know if this... Yeah, this unlocks the acceleration. Does it allow me to do torque split? That is the question here. Let me... should I do that? One sec. I'll leave it like that for now, right? I'll leave it with... How much is it? How much more is it? 1500 versus... Yeah, I'll just buy this. Doesn't matter. That's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Tires. I don't need more grip. That's the one thing I don't need with this car. A truck, whatever. I'm gonna constantly keep calling it a car. 100%. Definitely don't need that. I need this thing to be lighter, so not heavier. So this is 100 credits for 2 kilos. I don't think I want to do that. I guess power is the next best thing, right, to do for this thing. Again, with 15 grand, not really a lot of stuff that I can actually adjust on this thing. So I guess adding more power is probably the way to go for this. What if I do this? Oh, it's 50,150. Okay. Clutch maybe, right? Would clutch help me? I was thinking maybe clutch or transmission would probably allow me to change some stuff on this thing. Make the gear ratio shorter or something. So I may choose this. Let's do that. We're at 4,950 now. This could work. Brought this up from C class to A class. Obviously weight's gone down, power's gone up. This should allow me to slip my wheels a little bit easier. And lose a little bit more traction because it was terrible before. And yeah, again, I need to mess with this quite a lot. Even this, I need to make this a lot more rear biased as well. A lot more rear wheel drive. I do also prefer this transmission. Because obviously the newer Raptors have like 10 speeds, which is crazy. Okay. I'm going to mess around with this thing a little bit and see what sort of tune I can come up with for this truck. And I guess I'll be right back and see if I can actually get this thing to slide a little better. What if I go from here? It does feel a little quicker. Already, just because of the power and weight. Yeah, it definitely feels a little quicker. So, I think the next thing now is just have to get a tune for this. And, yeah, I guess I'll be right back then. Right, everyone, here we go. Obviously, it's a lot lower than what it was before. Toe and camber and a lot of changes with the suspension. Let's try this out again now. I've done a couple of runs. It is mostly rear bias now. I'm still trying to fix the transmission, right? Transmission is annoying me because... See, I feel like I should be able to take most of these corners in third. I feel like it just doesn't have... Just doesn't have enough torque in third gear to do this. You know? Again, it's mostly rear drive right now. It's like 95% of the power going to the rear wheels. Once I catch up a little bit of speed, I can stay higher in the revs. Third gear is a beauty to drive with. See, second gear just likes to hit off the limiter. It's just a little too short. Alright, boys. Second gear is just a little too short, but if I make it long, it's just going to replace third gear. So I don't think that's going to be the right call. So that's why third gear right now is being used. I love how this thing just absolutely smashes through everything. Just doesn't slow down at all. Suspension setup I really like. I think suspension setup is great. I also think the diff setup is very good too. Again, it's mostly rear bias. I can hold angle with it. It's good, but again, it's just a lack of power in third. I think I'm gonna mess around with my transmission a little bit again, and then try to see if I can make it. Hopefully, going second all the way down the hill. See if I can do anything with that. But again, I don't know if it can. But I'm gonna try it again, and I'll see. All right, everybody's here tandeming. I'm here in an F-150. Let's go. There's that second gear. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to do that with second. This thing just still has a little bit too much grip. I'm tandeming with some random people. Oh, you transitioned too early, boy. I might be ruining the run, actually. Unfortunately. In an F-150 with 15 grand worth of upgrades. Oh, I messed it up. Come on. Okay, third gear is not great for anything now. My god, the R32 going really fast. Oh, I spun it. I'm gonna let these guys go ahead, actually. I'm gonna stay out of their way. I took a truck to tandem with people. For God's sake. I'm honestly really surprised I can keep up with them. Genuinely. They're a little bit all over the place, though. I wonder what they're thinking. Like, what is this idiot doing in a truck? It is so much better than stock, though. Like, it's made a huge difference, regardless of... I don't know why I still feel like I'm about to crash into them. I know I'm not, you know. It's obvious that I'm not. I'm just gonna go through them, but... It just feels like I'm gonna crash into them, so I keep trying to avoid them. 314,000 points. Listen, there's a big difference between this. See, even there, I avoided them by accident. I didn't even mean to. It's much better than before. I think with a lot more power and you know what I'm gonna do, actually, because since a lot of people asked me to do it, I'm gonna keep this video to just the one car, and it's this SVT Raptor. I'm gonna take it back to the festival, and I'm gonna max it out, because a lot of people usually say to me in some of these videos, it's like, oh, it's so annoying when you have a budget, you know, just try to max everything out. It's a little boring, I think, if I max everything out. It's a little nicer when I sort of can pick and choose what I want to build, if that makes sense. Sorry. When I can pick and choose how I want to build it, it just gets a little boring. So I kind of like having a bit of a budget, you know, because it makes everything a little bit more fun. And a little bit more of a challenge. So that's why I like doing the wheel spin drift builds. But just for those guys that enjoy when I'm maxed out builds, I'm going to do it for this video. And I'm going to do it for this truck as well. Engine swap time. It has to happen. Immediately has to happen. I'm going to put... I don't know what the best engine is for this. I'm just going to put this one in, I think. The Racing V8. It's going to be ridiculous. Like, it's going to be crazy powerful now. I may also need... to upgrade my tires. I'm not 100% sure, but I may need to. It does still have a lot of grip now as it is, so I don't really know if I want to. It's like got 315s all the way around, so that's really the reason why this thing is sort of, you know, lacking, I guess, when it comes to you know, power to be able to put down the road. It's on 315s, so regardless of how I feel about this truck, you know, if it's good or bad to drive, 315s is gonna make it drive a lot worse. Than obviously some thinner tires, but obviously I can't do that. You know, it's a big old truck. I'm gonna put some Koenig wheels on it, I think. Just put something simple on it. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Just make them a little lighter. And then yeah, pretty much just buy everything. Obviously, money no limit here. Do whatever I can possibly do to get this thing to drive better. When it comes to the rear hatch or the rear, I guess, deck lid, I'm gonna take that off. Everything else is bought here. All the power in the world, brakes, everything else. And I can adjust stuff a little bit more, which is good. And then obviously with this engine, I'm going to have a stupid amount more power. And I should be able to get a lot more points with it. But yeah, 1,356 horsepower, 1,385 newton meters of torque, only weighs 1,900 kilos, which now it should have absolutely no issues with it. It's got more than twice the horsepower than what I had before, and it's lighter as well. So I think now I'm not even gonna change. Right, watch this. I'm not even gonna adjust the suspension at all. I'm gonna leave it like this, just to show you guys how good this suspension setup is that I put on this thing. I'm gonna leave it like this. Just now I have an extra bunch of power, pretty much. It's so different. It is so different. Oh my god, this is beautiful to drive. It's just me struggling before with driving this thing, and now it's just so smooth and so easy to take around corners. Watch this, alright? Let me take this downhill and have this be like the smoothest run I've ever done in a truck. I used to love drifting trophy trucks. I thought those were like so fun to mess around with. But yeah, this is... Look at this. Look at the positioning that I can keep myself on. Like, I'm staying really, really wide. Oh, I have all the torque in the world. I love it. It's so different to what it was before. Okay, maybe there I kind of spun it. Oh, hello. Hello, Twitchy Cobra. I can even make this, I think, maybe a little bit more... Yeah, maybe I can put a little bit more power going to the front wheels with this car. Or truck, I guess. I keep calling it a car. It's just... It honestly feels like I could use a little bit more grip, weirdly enough. It's like I'm on drag tires. It feels a little bit like I'm on drag tires. Because I finally have the power to put down, you know, to actually gain a little bit of speed, because before I was just lacking it. Here it is. Oh my god, what's going on this mountain today? Loads of people are just jumping off it. It doesn't help that this thing is absolutely massive, by the way. That's why I'm hitting all the guardrails and everything, because I'm staying wide. But I'm just used to like a different type of positioning, you know. With all the rest of the cars, you know, it should be fine. I'm not going to hit the guardrail, but with this thing... Yeah, with this thing, it's a little different. Yeah, I do think that with a little bit more power going to the front wheels, I can probably squeeze out even more points. But right now, it feels very much like a rear-wheel drive. Because it is, you know, it's 95% of the power going to the rear wheels, only 5% going to the front. With a very rear-wheel drive oriented diff. Again, like I said, suspension setup on this thing is crazy. It's really, really good. I don't know what else I could possibly change on it to make it better. But it plays a big, big part in the way this thing drove when it was underpowered. There you go. That is the difference between a fully built truck, and I have the power, pretty much all the power in the world to mess around with, versus, obviously, you know, being on a budget. Well, I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's wheel spin drift build video. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Ford F-150 Raptor as a drift car. A little weird, first of all, but I did actually enjoy it. I honestly thought that it was a lot of fun to mess around with something like this. And again, like I said, with the trophy trucks, I used to love drifting those on previous Forza titles, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun to go and do something like this. Yeah, if you have any other suggestions for any future videos, definitely leave them down below. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.